Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off-play action. Daniels going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. They're going to need some therapy after this. Watch twist.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They'll run with Pollard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. Now Jones. Got a man. It's Brown. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4. Set, ready? 10-2 stop. Protein spill. Fight.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tony Pollard. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw on second down. Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now this throw caught left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. Jones off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Gets around him. And he powers his way up past the 30. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. 7-7, our score after one. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On third down, Dawkins, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first and 10, Daniels. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Dawkins. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Daniels. And this is Floyd, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw on third down, Daniels. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means...
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to throw. Daniels looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Daniels. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to throw. Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
He'll try and throw for it here. He completes it to Henry. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
That's complete to Marlon Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones now. Off play action. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down, Jones. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Daniels. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a... They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Flush to his right. And it's complete. Henry. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. From the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Now Jones off the play fake. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
58, right over there.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're going to try and throw. Got his man, that's Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, Daniels. And no, it's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Second and 13. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Daniels. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. At their own 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Jones now on first down. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They come up in an offset eye.
Crunch time, defense.
Tight dog, 61, matchbox, right. Ready?
Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tony Pollard. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go. Hey.
On fourth down, Daniels. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, Dawkins. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.